Today we have so much to talk about. We've got National Cake Day and what Holland America is going to do to celebrate that, but we also have another ship that does not have any working toilets. That would be a problem. We've also got information on the Blue Lagoon, a little bit more there, more Black Friday deals, and a little bit more about scheduling your flights to go on a cruise, some other things to think of. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, it's November 17th of 2023, and I want to start off inviting you to please subscribe to our channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you hit the bell next to it, you will not miss any videos that we put up because it will notify you every time we go live or put up a video. Also, it really actually matters a lot if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up. If you appreciate our updates, we would really appreciate that as well. I do want to let you know that we are going to do our live this evening starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and bring your questions, come ready to talk about cruising and have a fun time. But also, if you are interested in going on a Christmas market river cruise, I need you to come if you can, and if there's no way you can come, please listen to the video later afterwards and put in the comments what you're thinking. I'm trying to choose right now between two different cruise lines for the Christmas market cruise and some things that go with that I would really appreciate your input on, and I will then make a decision based on what we all think. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you tonight whether you want to go on a Christmas market cruise or not. Alrighty, and we're looking at that for 2025, by the way. Now let's start off at the top there with the cruise line, the cruise ship that is struggling to have their toilets working. Right now on the Koningsdam, they are working to replace a potable water main. And so they are having a hard time getting that all done and getting it so that everyone on the ship can use the toilets and can shower, all of the things that go with that. And so apparently, first of all, it started yesterday that they were not going to have any water for 10 hours. So all the public bathrooms are closed, as well as no one is supposed to be showering, using the toilets, other things like that. I like to think that here and there they have got some toilet working for people that really can't wait 10 hours, but that is the situation right now. They are still working on repairing the water line. They still were as of last night. So if anyone is on the Koningsdam, send us an update today, and we'll be really glad to hear how everything is going. It's one of those things that I am sure is not planned, but when an emergency comes up, they have to take care of it, and that seems like a really hard kind of emergency to have. Now, the next thing, let's talk for just a minute about flights. Over on our Facebook group, someone posted that they have scheduled a Hawaii cruise that is due to set sail on February 2nd of 2024, and they had planned that their flight would arrive on the day of embarkation around 10 o'clock in the morning to give them plenty of time to get to the ship. Well, now Southwest has moved their flights, and so now they're not going to arrive until 1 o'clock, and they are wondering if they are going to be able to make the ship. And now, some people posted things and said, you'll be okay if you're booked with Princess Easy Air. Here are some things that I think of, and it is very much based on my experience, as well as the experience of a lot of people that communicate with me what has happened to them, as well as people that I have helped with their travel. So a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind is that when you look at flying for a cruise, fly in the day before. Just fly in the day before, fly in the day before. I know people personally who have missed their cruise because they didn't fly in the day before, and the flight that they were the flight that they were due to arrive on was canceled, and there were not other flights to get them there. So, and when you miss your cruise for that, you're going to have to go through your insurance, and a lot of times it's really sticky if you're going to get anything at all back. Often you don't get anything back because you just missed your cruise. Another thing to keep in mind, along with flying in the day before, is if you use Princess Easier, that is great. And often, like if that flight really did arrive at 1 o'clock, hopefully that there would still be Princess people waiting at the airport for you. But it's not guaranteed. It depends on where you're going out of, how far it is to the port, what time the last shuttle is going to leave, and how late they actually can wait for you, based on a lot of logistics. If I was on a flight that arrived late, I would get to baggage claim as fast as I could and look and see if Princess reps are still there, whether I was booked with Princess Easy Air or not, because sometimes you could get there in time and say, I need to go on the shuttle, and hopefully they would have space for you if you weren't booked on that shuttle, and or that they would help you do it. And if you are booked with Princess Easy Air, if they are still there at the airport waiting for you. So I would not dawdle. I would go as quick as I could from when I got off my flight right down to baggage claim to start the process of getting there. And if nobody is there with Princess, getting a taxi or an Uber just as fast as you can to get to the port. But I absolutely, no matter what, I think it's really important when you're looking at your budget to go on a cruise, absolutely plan in the flights the day before and the extra budget line item there of a hotel stay the night before. And I would say, I know that there are some people that actually live in Florida and they drive to their cruise port, or they live in, perhaps the San Francisco area or the LA area. Just make sure that you have a plan to get there and a backup plan in case something funny happens. Okay, I know that's crazy. I tend to be someone that worries a little bit, and so even if I lived across the state in Florida, I would go and get a hotel the night before just in case my car broke down or anything funny happened like that. So do what works best for you, but keep in mind, get there early so that things can happen. And if anybody has other suggestions that go with that, I'd love to hear them in the comments. So thank you very much. And I really appreciate all of you that chime in with amazing comments in our Facebook group. If you're not part of our Facebook group, it's just called Let's Go Travel Tips. Head right on over there on Facebook if you do Facebook and request to join, and Gordon will admit you right into our group. We have an amazing community there. They post beautiful pictures of the places they've been, useful information, answer questions, all kinds of things. Alrighty, really quickly here, I wanted to follow up on yesterday's video about the new Princess app that is going to come out. Like I told you yesterday, that is due out on December 1st, and I am really excited to see it. The current Princess Medallion class app that they have has been through a lot of iterations over time since they first introduced it, and I think with each one of the updates it has gotten better and more user-friendly, and they've cut out some of the graphics so that it goes quicker, doesn't take so long to load, just works more smoothly for users. Now, here's one thing. I have gotten so many emails, so many questions with people asking, are they going to move our data over if we have, for example, a cruise that sails the first, or after that, are they going to move over the reservations that we have in the old app? You know what? Princess has not said that yet, but based on what we have seen with functionality with the Princess app, I would be shocked if they move everything over, quite frankly. I have not seen very sophisticated things with the Princess app so far to make me think that they would be able to manage that. I honestly think you're probably going to have to go download the new app. Now, I would like to think that somehow they would add those reservations to your account so that it would populate in that new app, but I don't know that they will. And so my advice is, on that very first day that app is available, download it, look and see what is there so that you can immediately, if they didn't keep your reservations, you're first in line to go ahead and book what you want for the cruise that you're going to go on. Okay, that's what we're going to do. December 1st, we're going to be ready to download that app and grab any reservations that we have already made. For example, on our Sun Princess inaugural cruise, we've got some reservations, so we're going to want to hurry up and try to be able to grab those. And we'll look and see what's there. I don't know if they're going to pull over passport information, anything that we have already loaded into the app in the section to get ready to go, in that Ocean Ready section to go on your cruise. So we will see about this together, but I sure will look and put a video up just as quickly as I can about how things are in the app. So just be ready to see how it goes, okay? Now, really quickly, I wanted to review with you some of the Black Friday sales. Some of them, this information is brand new. I couldn't remember if I had already told you, but I think this is new, that Royal Caribbean, they have what they are calling their biggest sale of the year. They're calling it Cyber Savings, up to $700 off, 30% off of every cruise, plus kids sail free. And there's some asterisks with those, and so I am sure that there are terms and conditions that apply to those offers, but I thought I would let you know about it. To my knowledge, the sale is still going on some of their excursions, on some of their spa services, on their drink packages. So if you've got a Royal Caribbean cruise, this is a really good time to book those kind of things. And I have also noticed over on Celebrity, they have some of those things on sale as well. So you might want to just take a look at what cruises you're booked on and see if there are any sales on any of the excursions you want. Like I said, any of the other packages. So look at that. Also, Hurdy-Gurton. We don't hear as much about Hurdy-Gurton. They are an amazing cruise line, definitely on my bucket list to go on a sailing on Hurdy-Gurton. I would love to do Norway on that cruise line, as well as Antarctica. Don't know that I will ever get that chance, but I would love to do that. For their Black Friday, they are offering 50% off of their summer voyages under the midnight sun in Norway. Okay, so if you have had your eye on that cruise line, that is a spectacular 50% off is amazing. And if you need help with that, just let me know, and I am delighted to help you with that. I've helped some other people with their Hurdy-Gurton cruises. No one ever comes back disappointed. Never. They always absolutely love it. So there's a great sale for you. Also, Cunard with their transatlantic sailings. I've been telling you quite a bit lately that with the airfare prices where they are, that if you have the luxury of time, that you can take a transatlantic over and back, or one or the other. If you don't have time for both, that's the way to travel. And with their transatlantic cruises, they've got cruise fares starting from $7.99, plus you get extra onboard credit. Now keep in mind that $7.99 is going to be your interior cabins, unless you happen to be lucky on any of their sailings. I was looking and I was seeing that pretty much on the interior cabins, but still $7.99 per person one way to cross the Atlantic is a really great price these days. So take a look, and if you need help like lining up the cruise that you have with a good transatlantic, I'm happy to help you with that as well. Now the next thing, and by the way, you need to book that by November 26th, okay? That's important to know. And then I was letting you know yesterday that Holland America ended that amazing sale that they had. Now their Black Friday sale has started. You get up to 30% off your cruise, and then they're including free prepaid crew appreciation. So the gratuities are free. All right, so that's great. Those are included. And with Holland America, I should add, they have their Have It All packages, and crew appreciation is not part of those ever, unless they run a promo that they include it with it. But just standard, the Have It All package does not include the crew appreciation, so it's great that those are included as part of the Black Friday sale. So if you know what Holland America cruise you want to go on, it's a really good time to look and see. Now we've talked about the Blue Lagoon Island there and that ferry that capsized, and it was Royal Caribbean passengers who happened to be on that ferry. Sadly, that woman perished from the United States. Everything that has happened with that ferry capsizing, everyone having to go in the water, everything that happened with that has really prompted a whole review. They're doing an investigation into what happened, and they are also it sounds like they're looking at everything that has to do with those kind of boats. It wasn't a real ferry, sorry, I shouldn't call it that, but that boat that was ferrying passengers from Nassau over to Blue Lagoon Island. As a result of the investigation that they have undertaken and a review of their safety measures, Royal Caribbean has announced that they are canceling their shore excursions that anyone has booked to go to the Blue Lagoon, and as of right now, they are canceled through November 23rd, but it's just going to depend on how long that investigation takes, and they might have to cancel more of them. Now, other cruise lines are going to be going there during that time, and lots of cruise lines actually run excursions that go from Nassau over to Blue Lagoon Island, but I have not seen any notifications come out yet about those excursions being canceled on other cruise lines. So we will keep our eye out for that. So if you're booked on a cruise that goes from and you've got an excursion that goes between Nassau there and the Blue Lagoon, just keep in mind that those might be canceled, and we'll be keeping our eye out about that. Through the end of November, Carnival, Celebrity, MSC, Disney, and Norwegian all have stops that are scheduled there to stop in Nassau. And so theoretically, there are opportunities that some excursions might be canceled that have to do with that. I am really excited that they are reviewing everything that happened and the overall safety measures, everything that goes into boating in that region, because it's a really unfortunate, a very sad thing that happened, and anything that we can do to increase safety, I think, is really important. I've read a lot of articles from people who were on, interviews with people who were on that boat. One of them that really stood out to me was they interviewed a gentleman who is actually in the Navy right there, and he was really helping a lot of people as the ship started sinking, and he said the crew didn't know what to do and that they weren't really being helpful. And so clearly there needs to be some more training and review there. So I hope that happens. Okay, here's something that's kind of fun. Holland, America. There is a day called National Cake Day, if you can believe it or not, and it's not widely celebrated, but it is celebrated by people who are cake aficionados. And so Holland America is going to celebrate that on board their ships, and it sounds like it's going to be across all of their ships. Official National Cake Day is on November 26th, so that's let's see, that's not this Sunday, but it's next Sunday. But as part of that, they are going to have layer cakes as well as mini cakes in little jars that you can try different kinds. They are going to have it up in the Lido Market. It's supposed to be a dessert celebration up there. And so people can come and try the different kinds of cakes. I thought it was and so for now, it says the celebration is just part of the 7-day cruises that encompass, that have included in it November 26th to celebrate that day. But you're supposed to be able to look at your schedule of events there, the Navigator on board Holland America, and see when they will be running that on board your ship. I thought it was really fun to know the different flavors that they're going to do. They're going to have a Millet crepe cake that is going to have multiple layers with cream and crepes in there, as well as a Sans Rival cake from the Philippines. They're going to have a Heaven and Hell cake, which is going to alternate layers of angel food cake and devil's food cake, a creme brulee cake for people that like that. They've got a carrot cake, just lots of options. And so if any of you happen to be on a Holland America ship, let us know if you get to try the cake and if it's any good. I think it would be fun if that turns out to be a good thing, if they will continue that into the future, and let us all have a chance to try cake whenever we're on a Holland America cruise. So let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. I look forward to seeing you this evening, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.